just take that unemployment material. See, again, we'll take poverty also. There are small, I told you, there are small topics left in relation to poverty and unemployment, human development. Then it's not that small, but a very important topic like industry, which I'll be covering it. Now, regarding this unemployment, the last 6 years, only once they asked a question related with unemployment. But we can't leave any stone. Have to be very clear with it, okay? In 2013, they asked a question related with, but in other year they asked a question related with poverty. So from poverty and unemployment, on an average, you can expect a question. So poverty we'll discuss in some other session, but I'll discuss unemployment today. Now regarding unemployment, it's a very simple concept. We know that what is an unemployment, where people are ready to work, but they are not getting work or they are not getting any employment opportunity. They are willing to work for a particular wage, but opportunities are not there. That's a simple concept. Okay, so labor force is there, but work is not there. So there is a difference between labor force and workforce. Okay, it's given in the material. Now, so regarding this unemployment, there are different types of unemployment is there, but again, it's every types of unemployment you can understand from the term itself. That's the specialty of economy. Read the term, you'll understand the concept, and any question comes, you can answer it also. Okay, among the major types of unemployment, I'll tell you the major unemployment. One is structural unemployment. See, 8 or 9 have been given to you. Okay, that 4 only important. Question will come only from 4, but rest other also you have to go through it. But 1 is structural unemployment. Second is cyclical unemployment. Third is disguised unemployment. We'll discuss what is that, disguised unemployment. And fourth is seasonal unemployment. Everything we can understand from the term itself. It's very easy for you to understand from the term itself. Now regarding the structural unemployment. It's talking about the structure of the economy. So if there is any deficiency in the structure of the economy, that can result in unemployment. Now try to understand that, okay, if there is any sudden change in technology, when there is sudden change in technology, so it's a structural change introduced to the structure with what? With technological change. I'll give you an example, okay. Think about a labor intensive sector and a factory, where earlier it was labor intensive, where the work used to be done by the labor. Instead of that labor, the company owner thought that, okay, yaar, why I have to pay them this salary, their problems, their pension, then their strike, I'll put a machine, then instead of 10, 2 people is required. So I will bring and introduce a technology. What will happen to unemployment? Unemployment will, so 8 people will lose the job. So like that, if whenever there is a structural change can be, I'm just given one example. This technological change is one example only. Whenever there is a change in the structure of the economy or structural deficiency, that's the correct word, a deficiency. For example, the workforce demand. See, try to understand that work can be given whenever there is economic activity is there. Yes or no? Whenever there is increase in economic activity. What is economic activity? It is output. There is an increase in output. So economic activity output, what is that? It is what a country is producing. Now see, every year the labor force is increasing. Every year graduates are coming out. Every year there is a huge number of labor force is increasing. But the relation to work workers, there is a huge gap is there. There is a huge gap between the labor force and workforce. Now this is, if it is mainly due to the structural problem, we can call it as structural unemployment. So if any particular situation is given, you know it is an unemployment, you can easily identify whether this is due to structural deficiency. If it is due to structural deficiency, it is structural unemployment. Second, regarding cyclical unemployment. Cyclical, not the cycle which, in economy there is a cycle, business cycle is there. Yes or no? In economy there is a, we study up, when we talk about cycle or cyclical in economy, it is business cycle. What is the specialty of a business cycle? We have seen different stages of, there used to be boom, then slowdown, then recession, then depression. So during recession and depression time, what is the specialty of recession and depression time? During recession and during depression, there used to be less demand, or we call it as demand deficiency. So when there is less demand, the output will decrease. Output will naturally, whenever there is a recession or depression, national output will decrease. That will result in unemployment. That is what is called as cyclical unemployment. So cyclical unemployment can happen whenever the country is in recession or in depression. What do you mean by recession or depression? It is low growth or low economic activity. And the most important one, which were asked in 2013 prelims, what is called as disguised unemployment. Disguised unemployment. What is the meaning of disguised? When you say that you are disguising something, same. Okay, I'll tell you now in relation to unemployment. Actually, it is actually there is an employment is there, but it is not improving the productivity. So in relation to disguised unemployment, you need to understand a concept, very important concept, what is called as marginal product. Marginal product. It's very important concept. In disguised unemployment, there is a concept what is called as marginal product. Marginal products means it's in relation to a production. Okay, when in relation, see, whenever there is an increase in the employee, there normally what will happen? The production will also have to increase. So this is what is, so if I'll give you an example, okay, 4 people working together, the production in the present context, production is 8 unit of something. 4 people is producing 8 unit. Now if company is employing an additional 1 more person, then the unit it is producing now is 10 unit. So the marginal product here is 2 unit because it's an increase in the production when a new employee has been added. So it means you can understand that, okay, adding a person have resulted in increase in production, or there is an increase in productivity. Suppose and a person have been added, but the production is still 8 unit. You have added a person, but the production is still 8 unit. So we say that in this case marginal product is 0, and this is what is called as disguised unemployment. So in disguised unemployment, actually what is happening is that people are working, people are getting job, but their work is not contributing to their work is not contributing to production. Their work is not contributing to production. This is actually what is happening in Indian agriculture. In Indian agriculture, what is happening is that more people are working, and so this is a common trend in relation to our Indian agriculture, that I'm not talking in all the cases, I'm talking in many of the cases. We are not, the number of people is increase, see the number of people, increase in the number of people, and see the productivity line. It's not proportional. So whenever there is a, so this concept, whenever you link it with diffuse unemployment, it's actually an employment, but that employment is not resulting in marginal product. Or whenever there is marginal product is zero, we call that unemployment as diffuse unemployment. This was the question UPSC have asked in 2013. See the question, 2013 prelims question. Diffuse unemployment generally means large number of people remain unemployed. No. Alternate employment is not available. Marginal productivity of labor is zero. That's the answer. Productive work is none. Okay. So this is the third one. Fourth important one is seasonal unemployment. It's very simple. Seasonal. See, there are some jobs which are seasonal, like agriculture. You know that during agriculture, those who are depending on agriculture, their work is also seasonal. They have work only during a particular season. Something, not only agriculture, there are certain food processing industries, like sugar mill, they have only work for a certain period. So rest of the time, after that season, they are unemployment. That's what is called as seasonal unemployment. These are the core 4 important unemployment. Question can come from this 4 only. But there are other employment like frictional unemployment. It's there in the material, please go and read it, but I'll give you an idea. Frictional unemployment means it's an unemployment. It's not because you are unemployment. When you shift from one job to another, you are having a job now. You got a new job. So there will be an interregnum to when you leave a particular job and join another job, you may get an interregnum time, you may get an interval time. So that time you are unemployed. That is what is called as, that unemployment period is called as frictional unemployment. So normally to avoid frictional unemployment, what people will do? People will ensure that first the other job is ready, date is fixed, when the joining date is, everything is ready, then only they will plan accordingly. So that the frictional, but then also there will be a small gap will be there regarding shifting to some other, there will be a gap. But just have an idea, that's also a period in which you are unemployed. But the reason is you are shifting to a new job. So that's not a concern. Frictional unemployment is not a concern for the government. Okay. But the other 4 are a concern. Then there's a concept, general concept. See, actually we can classify unemployment into open or diffuse unemployment. Open unemployment and diffuse unemployment. Open means you are unemployed. Diffuse unemployment means you are employed, but it's not benefiting. Okay, so open unemployment means there is nothing to explain, it's unemployment only, you are openly unemployed. Then a concept like underemployment. It's not unemployment, it is underemployment. You have done a degree of, you have BTech degree, but working as a car driver, working as a peon. So your manpower is not matching your job profile. I had seen now BTech people writing LDC exam and clearing and working as an LDC. They want that. Okay, so try to understand this concept. So you are underutilized. Underutilized. That's what is called as. You are employed, but it is underemployment. Be very clear with the concept. Then concept what is called as voluntary unemployment. Voluntary unemployment means you are yourself saying that I don't want job. It is a person, unemployment is there, but it is voluntary. One, you are a rich guy, your father have made lot of money, So you said why to sweat, because he has already have a lot of money, like this, no, I should not use that. Somebody asked me, sir, why you always complain, say about this Malia, poor Malia? I said, then I'm not saying. Okay, so like that, if you have a rich dad and have lot of assets, then no need to, there are people who don't work, they will only party. Okay, so that is voluntary unemployment. Then see, that I can understand, at least their father have money. I had seen people who are poor also, but they don't work, lazy people. They'll sit in the, and they'll not work. They'll come only, talk only. Hey, yaar, that person is not good, this person is not good. That is his job. So there are lazy people also who don't want to work. They will also, they voluntary, they say that, yeah, I will give you a job. No, yeah, I don't like to work. So that comes under same category. They all are voluntary unemployment. It's not that employment, it's just, and since concept is we are studying, it's need to be very clear with it. The last one, what is called, let's try to understand that every nation, whether it is US also, every nation, a certain percentage of unemployment will exist. In every nation, a small percentage, somewhere between 2 to 3% or maximum till 5% of their labor force will be always unemployment. That's natural for any country. As minimum, out of the total labor force, around 2 to 3% or 5% is normal or natural. People will be unemployed. Okay, maybe due to different reason, maybe reason will be different, but they will be unemployed. That's a natural, but if it goes beyond that, that is not natural, it is unnatural. So that every nation where they have a small percentage of their labor force is unemployed, that is what is called as natural unemployment. Now try to understand that in India, where we have a huge demographic dividend, means when you use the word demographic dividend, try to understand, we are talking about the labor force. Working age people, working age group. In India, what is the working age group? What is the working age group in India? It is from 14, after 14 till 59 years. So India is, so that is what is called as demographic dividend. India is having a huge working age population and it will maintain for a quite long period. So actually it is a dividend. So that's why it is called as demographic dividend. This question also have been asked by UPSC. What do you mean by demographic dividend? The age limit they are asked. I think in this recent only, means in 2011 to 16 only. But actually what is happening in India? We are faced with lot of unemployment. We have the structural unemployment, we have diffuse unemployment, we have seasonal unemployment. So these are the three major unemployment which is seen in India. So this has to be tackled and addressed immediately, or it will result in lot of problems. We have seen it, okay. Most of the people who take violence, especially whether it is Naxalism or the youth who are diverting, main factor is that they are alienated from the system. They feel that they are deprived or they are not getting any job. Then if you see the latest reservation movement, especially, so what is the difference between the latest reservation demand? They are asked by the middle class or upper middle class. Why? What is the reason why they are asking for reservation? They are not getting job. They feel that they are not getting job because they are not getting reservation. Actually, it is not that, it is the workforce is not matching the labor force of the country. The labor force is increasing every year. The workforce is going at a snail rate, the growth is lower rate. That's why the government is trying to bring lot of reforms in relation to ease of doing business. We are trying to bring foreign direct investment. Lot of initiatives the government is trying to do. It is not only to bring economic growth, but along with economic growth, what will happen? Whenever there is an increase in economic activity, it will result in employment, more employment opportunities, and thereby, so unless and until this, see, that's the reason why we talk about this concept and all these things, what is called as inclusive growth. The growth which nation attain have to be inclusive. It has to include the maximum section, especially the marginalized section. So giving employment opportunities is also a major concern of our growth model. Unless and until this is not tackled, that's why the government want to do Make in India, because Make in India will result in lot of employment opportunities. Government have come up with schemes like Startup India, which is a youth will get lot of job opportunities. Then Stand Up India, especially for the weaker section. So you have to relate the issue in relation to actually what we are having is what is called as jobless growth. We are having jobless, economy is growing, but job is not creating sufficiently. So this have to be understood in relation to the context. So that is from your mains point of view only, but from your prelims point of view, they can ask, so already asked, UPSC asked the concept related with discussed employment. Be very thorough with it, and if you know the concept, you can easily answer a question if UPSC asks a question from unemployment.